was gaslighting you. Like I was saying that just
black guy?
furious. Yeah, I mean, of course he's
The
like
black guy was saying all that stuff too.
well, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, he was saying it different. He was like, man, he be gaslighting you.
Hi everyone, it's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe and go follow me on my Twitch where I live stream 3 times a week and my Patreon where I have more content posted there than I do here.
Can you see it?
It's hard for me to pretend because I know where it is.
Well, just take an overview. Can't you take an overview?
You want me to take an overview?
Please.
I see a very cheap man holding a sweater trying to get away with something. That's my overview.
Today I'm going to be watching Shane Gillis, a white woman fantasy.
Ultimate, it is a white woman fantasy. So the movie starts, this first off, ugly white woman living in a trillionaire's house, Cash Money Records, trillionaire, dude.
Goodness.
And so it starts with her escaping from her husband or boyfriend or whatever he is, and him like sprinting out after her and like punches her sister's car window when she's picking him up, which is hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Which immediately I was like, this movie's hilarious. Any like boyfriend that's like, bitch, come back, and like punching a window and then chasing after the car like with good form.
I gotta come.
Yeah, it's like, I love you. And then punching a window and be like, get back here, bitch, we can work this out. Then he fakes his own suicide and comes and he invents a military technology
my
to be
goodness.
invisible just to bother her.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And she's like, you don't understand how powerful and manipulative he is.
He was in complete control of everything, you know.
You know,
What's
that's
the
her whole
techno-
thing.
So he's just invisible and just like.
He's invisible and he goes and like starts fucking with her at first, and then obviously he takes it too far. He like kills her sister, which is hilarious.
But then he takes it too far because he kills her sister, which is hilarious. Just saying that sentence is crazy. Yeah, remember it being weird. This is bringing the memories back to me. To call this a white woman's fantasy? Why?
It's hilarious, but
Punches away into the car.
no, they're out to eat, and all of a sudden a knife's floating next to her, and he cuts. That part was sick, but the whole movie. So she escapes this boyfriend and goes straight to this
And
incredibly jacked,
in her
handsome
hand.
black guy's house. And I was like, I get it, dude. I get the Invisible Man. Be like, what the fuck is this? So this black dude has a black daughter, and the white lady's like, please help me. And they're like, of course, you're family to us.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah.
Men are such manipulative pieces of shit. He was gaslighting you. Like, I was saying that just
black guy?
furious. Yeah, I mean, of course he's
The
like.
black guy was saying all that stuff too.
Well, essentially.
Yeah.
You know, he was saying it different. He was like, man, he be gaslighting you.
What? I like following along as he's retelling the movie just in his own comedic point of view. Because again, I watched it, but I don't fully remember it, so it's just right in the middle where it's enough to actually say, oh yeah, that did kind of like that happen that way. Before this, I don't think I would have ever gotten the joke white woman fantasy. I'm almost still trying to figure it out, but I don't want to ruin it by thinking about it too much. It is what it is. The assumption, this is a fantasy for white women.
Yeah, he be gaslighting you. He was saying it different, but yeah. He was trying.
He was trying
Was
to.
the
It's
guy
just-
wearing like a sweater? Did they go like? Did they do like a Hal Stella? There's always like the good. Like if you watch like Hal Stella's Got a Groove Back or any Tyler Perry movie, there's like the good archetypal black dude who has like a sick record
Yeah,
collection and like
yeah.
wears sweaters and glasses and he's like, I'm just trying to really work. Was it like?
he was a cop, which also made me laugh because they were like very pro police a couple times in this movie.
Sick.
Like she's talking to her sister and she's like, "You're so strong. You're like a police officer." And I was like, "The fuck?" Like, this
That's
movie
so
came out a year
specific.
before they realized that would be a problem.
That's hilarious.
But there's one part where the lady's in bed and then the jacked black dude best friend comes in to be like, "Are you all right?" And his body is so absurd that it's comical. Like his tricep is out like a foot. It's like sticking out a foot. And then she gets a bunch of money from the settlement with her ex. And this is my favorite part because then she's like, "I set up a college fund for your daughter." And then her and the black people celebrate. She's saving the black family.
Of course.
Also, there's no mention in this movie of how this not incredibly ugly, but ugly woman for a billionaire that invents invisibility. Like what is she doing?
She's saving a black family is great because those are some of the details that I don't remember. I don't even remember most of what happened. I just remember the invisible suit part and how the movie progressively got just more weird and unbelievable. It started off with, oh, an abusive boyfriend, she's sneaking out, but then certain things that just you don't believe. It got kind of, I guess, comical and fantasy almost. Maybe there really is a stereotypical fantasy that women exaggerate things that didn't actually happen because they almost wish that it was going on. Or no, I can't say that. That makes it sound really bad. I don't know how to explain it.
What is she doing?
Yeah, why is he like punching her? Yeah,
It makes no sense. The whole thing makes no sense. But yeah,
why'd they cast that lady?
I'm not sure. I swear to God, it was every woman's fantasy. And then it's like just the idea of like they've never lost a fight. They've just been manipulated.
Yeah.
Like he was such a fuck.
I can't wait to watch it.
I was gaslit so many times. It's like, no, you lost arguments.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make weird excuses after the fact. You're just losing arguments.
That'd be funny to have like in the middle of that when they find.
I don't know if you can tell. I've been accused of this before.
It felt
I'd be sick of
personal.
like a passionate love scene when she finally like lets her guard down around her new boyfriend, and like the camera just reveals they're both naked, but he has boots on. Oh yeah,
She's in the recliner.
It's the whole time just imagining like a disgruntled boyfriend going through all. He was like living in the attic of the black guy's house. It's like, why is this? But then I was also laughing about him. He's invisible. He only f***s with her like occasionally. So then that means most of the time he's just invisible, like going around town, just chilling. And he's like, oh, I gotta go with that.
That
bitch.
is so
And he goes
weird.
and like rips her covers off at
dude.
night. It's so funny.
That would be sick if at the very end he records the sex scene, and then at the end of it's just him uploading it to like Pornhub, just like BBC destroys a mature white lady.
She's a floating cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that part is so shocking hearing them talk about. That's so funny to imagine. Some of it just, that's a lot to imagine. But the other part, where, yeah, why was it almost paranormal activity whenever it turned out to just be an actual man who's fully alive, but he's in an invisible suit? So for hours, or at least that entire day, you didn't do anything. So did you go out and like get a coffee? You probably didn't watch TV in your own house, or else the TV would be on. Like, what'd you do the whole day? And then whenever you are finally there and you do finally interact with her, you just like rip off the blanket and you just stand there to see what she, like, I get trying to freak someone out, I guess, if we're going to act like this is real and you're in an invisible suit and this would actually happen. But that just seems so like, if we're talking about an invisible suit and we're talking about the movie, realistically, I feel like a lot of people would do something different than just ripping off a blanket like you're a ghost.
She's a floating cell phone.
the Invisible Man, and then all like, yeah.
Whoa.
And then there's a real plot twist when it's revealed she's pregnant recently, which means the Invisible Man f***ed her
I don't remember.
and cried her asleep.
Hold on.
Oh,
The Invisible
why are
Man,
you-
and he would have had to have taken his dick
What?
out of the suit. So that means there was just a dick floating in her room one night, a hard dick.
A solid 5 3/4.
just floating. It's like, bitch.
That's gotta be
bitch.
crazy to be a Jack Black guy and wake up and there's a floating 5 3/4. You're like, what the hell? Get this thing out of my
Well,
house.
no. It is the absolute white woman fantasy because her and the black guy they're just friends, man. They're just friends.
Really?
And she's
What?
happy to help out the.
Wait, they don't
daughter.
never smash?
They never smashed
Dude, they're totally cheating. Why would that be the first house she goes to?
because they're just friends, man.
Yeah.
This is the white woman fantasy.
Yeah, that's weird to like leave.
Every woman's fantasy is like, what? My incredibly jacked, hot friend.
Wait, so that's the fantasy is to like drain a bunch of
What?
money off of a rich white guy, and then be like, "Here, I saved you."
Yeah. To be like, I'm saving you. You can go to law school now.
So she wants to divert money from military technology funds, and then being like,
Yeah.
"Here,
yeah.
you can go
And
a
then
creative
he,
writing major."
It is so funny to almost feel like I'm learning something. Like, wait, what? I don't fully get the joke, but I'm sure it's not that hard to figure out. It's like, oh, okay, I can kind of see what they're saying, because it is something that technically happens a lot. Where I don't know, maybe women brag about doing certain things or giving to certain organizations or helping with a certain cause, and sometimes it's you know, the money might have come from like divorce. I'm like shocked, like, that's wow, that's so descriptive, that you're giving so much detail into what you're imagining. Wouldn't have thought of it that way. I mean, he could have taken off the whole suit if she was asleep, or if he drugged her. Like, I don't know. Them just being like, their imagination is, I don't know what to say about the video.
Yo,
And
the
then
creative
he,
writing major.
At one point, she goes on an interview to an architecture place, and he just takes all her stuff out of her suitcase. It's so funny. And she gets there, and it's like, I have nothing. He had to be sitting there like,
Dude, I might go home and punch my wife's mirror. This movie's pissing me off.
this movie, it could have been so good if the Invisible Man would like fart in the house, like a loud fart, just in the room with you.
He's here.
He's here right now.
Instead of Jurassic Park, they're just like, was that you?
Oh, God. He's in the house.
Oh, God. So he was in the attic just chilling there, invisible?
He was in the attic chilling. He would come down at night to like slap people in the face. It's so funny.
He pretended to be dead.
Realizing this movie would be so easy to make a parody of. What is that movie that makes parodies of scary movies? Is it just called Scary Movie? Yeah, Scary Movie is a parody of Scream. Yeah, this. But yeah, no, I thought this video was funny. Pretty crass. Nothing wrong with that. Just was like, oh, I don't know why I'm shocked. I know he's like that, but I think I just maybe haven't listened to him in a while, and then hearing how it's described, like, whoa, wow, that okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I hope you guys liked this video. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe, and go check out all my links, and I'll see you on next time.